day 13, and I'm on my way to the station to catch the train to Olton to do the last day of the Grand Union Canal. Well, made it to Olton. Had to get a bus as my train was delayed, so let's get back to the canal. Here we are, back to the canal. Something I haven't seen that much on this trip that I expected to is footballs in the canal. But I've seen in the last minute or so about 3. This is Yardley Road with a long bridge, maybe a tunnel. Factory seems to be just breaking glass. Looks like where all the clinical waste gets burnt. Getting in closer to Birmingham now, it's all warehouses lining the canal. Canopy where they would have loaded barges back in the day. First lock of the day. A lot of building work going on here. Pretty sharp corner here, so it's been made extra wide so the narrowboats can get round. Where I am now is Bordesley junction, so behind me over there is where I've just come from, and in this direction we've got the Grand Union Canal going into the city centre, and in this direction we've also got the Grand Union Canal, and that goes north up to Salford junction. So I'm going to do both. First of all, I'm going to head up north to Salford junction along this way, and then I'm going to come back here and do the last bit. So let's go north. Walking along a pontoon again, it's quite bouncy. We've got the canal up there, and down here, I guess it looks like a storm drain. Well, this is Salford Junction, and this is where the Grand Union Canal meets the Birmingham and Fazeley Canal and Tame Valley canals. And up above us is Gravelly Hill, better known as Spaghetti Junction. And that's the end of this part of the canal. So this branch of the Grand Union ends here. What I need to do now is get back to Bordesley Junction and do the other branch that heads into the city centre.
Aston Station.
Junction. Took 2 buses and a bit of a walk to get here, and now I'm going to go along the city centre branch. Seems to be a lot of rubbish floating just in this one bit. Nice bit of curved brickwork there and disused lock. Curzon Street tunnel. Looks like we can walk through this one for a change. New bridge supports. Looks like more HS2 work. Ashton Tunnel. Doesn't really come out on camera, but it's actually pretty dark in here. This is Aston Junction. We've just come from along there, and if we go that way, that will take you along the Birmingham and Fazeley Canal along to Salford Junction, where I was earlier on. But I'm going to go this way into the city centre. Making some waves here. Got about 1 mile to go, the last mile of the walk. This building has just been built completely over the top of the lock and the canal. Looks like there could have been some loading chutes up there at one point. This is Olton junction. I'm just about to do the final little bit down to Gas Street Basin. Let's have a bridge. And this is it, Gas Street Basin. It's the end of the Grand Union Canal. It's been a long walk. We're here from London. Been to Leicester, been to Northampton, been to Aylesbury and Slough. It's taken 13 days, but it's been a good walk. I need to go and find a train home now. And this is the point where I'd normally say see you next time, but of course there won't be a next time because this is the end. I'll have to come up with something else to do now. I'll have a think about it.